Hey guys, DJ Guildmaster, Westmoreland Gamers Guild, back with another battle report for Team Yankee. This time with Kane. I'm playing his West Germans. There's an event up at Fabricator Forge in Pittsburgh. It's like a de-escalation. I believe it's April 2nd or 3rd. The 2nd. And starts off at 115, and then each round it goes down so many points. So me and Kane today, I'm trying to go. He's going to go to the event. So we're going to do a practice game of it. So we have our forces. We'll go over my Americans, which is basically add on to my 75 points currently in our escalation league. So the core formation is infantry formation. I have 3 platoons, all of them maxed out. 2 of the platoons have 4 dragons, 1 has 3. Also in that formation are 3 sets of hammerheads. Also, besides command, a set of 3 mortars, 3 Abram IPs, and I think that's everything for that formation itself. Then what I have for support, I have, these are TOW 2s by the way, so they're upgraded ones. So then I have 2 Air Cobras mounted with the TOW 2s, a set of Lav ADs, a set of 4 VAD 163s. I also have an FO, and I have 1 scout of Humvees. I also have 1 set of LRMSs with minelets, set of Paladins with minelets and a bomblet, and then 3 GI Joe tanks, like I forget to call it, like the RLSTSs. I have 4 of those, so it comes out to like 115. Kane's setting up the table right now. The mission we're playing is what? No retreat.
We're playing Bridgehead.
Oh, Bridgehead.
Both of us forgot our
matrices.
Our matrices. We're doing it from the book here, so it may just be a little bit off. Like it doesn't say minefields or so forth.
Okay.
And so yeah, I'm defending. DJ's attacking.
Yeah, we'll see how my stuff does. And then for Dave's list, while he's setting up, I'll read it off to you guys. So he has a Fallschirmjäger company. It has like an HQ. They're all over here. An HQ. 5 Zugs. Or 2 groups of 5 Zugs. And then...
Zugs are platoons.
Oh, okay.
Infantry.
Oh, the infantry platoons. So there's 2 big infantry platoons. A set of TOWs, which are like the little weasel-looking vehicles here. Then he also has 3 of the 20mm variety. Then things are so good. They're so little they get around the battlefield. Also, he has a Goldberg company. So HQ, more infantry. 15 Leo 1s.
No.
5
Leo 1s.
Oh, I see. I'm reading on points. 5 Leo 1s. 3 mortars. 2 Lukes, which are right there. And then we have 4 Gepards. The Gepards are the bane of my army, I swear to goodness. And then support, he has 4 Lars, an OP, 3 Rolands, which you haven't had out in a while.
2 Rolands.
2 Rolands you haven't had out in a long time. And what else we have in here? 4 Tornadoes, 2 Leo 2s, and then you have a group of Martyrs. So 3 machine gun, 2 Milans, and then 3 mortars themselves, which are back here. So that comes up to like 115 points. We'll see how it goes. You have a lot more Gribblies than you usually have running around in your army right now, so we will definitely see how it goes. When we come back, we'll have terrain, or we'll have the board set up, or like a board laid out, and we'll have the people on the board. Yeah, I went metal box through the flamethrower.
With a lot of gas.
Oh. Alright guys, here's the map. So we have like a crossroads kind of situation. Some farmhouses, a manor house, hills here and here, trees, little ponds. So I have both my objectives are right here. So Kane's deployment zone was this giant box here. He spearheaded over here blocking that edge. He had minefields placed, but my Humvee, one actually made his cross check, so I got some guys over here. Still pretty narrow. I would put my Abrams over there, but his reserves come in randomly from this table edge, and I'd hate to have his tanks come on and just shoot the back end of my Abrams. So I have Abrams over here, LRMs, Humvees. I have 2 groups on the road with infantry inside, mortars here, paladins, tows here, VADs over there with a set of tows, and the RTS is behind the hill ready to advance. Then over here, a set of VADs. So there's 4 of them, a set of hammerheads, and 1 infantry platoon mounted up. He has minefields in between this passage here behind the building, going along the hillside here, and then blocking this end here. Minefield shouldn't be too much of a hindrance right now, but we'll see. Attacker goes first. We'll see what happens. The objectives are live turn 1. Defender has to keep me off of them until turn 6. Alright guys, good luck, Kane. We'll see how this goes. Unfortunately for the farmers in this area, there's no vehicles to be towed just yet. We'll be back. We have American turn 1. We did a lot of maneuvering. Them guys all blitzed kind of. Some of them made up the hill. They fired, bailed out a weasel with a tow. These guys moved around. They fired into those weasels. Completely missed. Both infantry groups on the road shot up towards the crossroads, but not too far. Abrams moved forward. These guys all kind of dispersed. Infantry train dashed. Mortars dropped a line of smoke to obscure them and part of them. These guys failed their blitz. They moved around. He stayed place. These guys fired miniguns. Did kind of nothing to the infantry. Abrams actually knocked out the OP, which is pretty big. My paladins dropped bomblets over here. Did nothing. LRMs fired here. Pinned a bunch of infantry, but kind of did nothing. None of my other hammerheads fired. My air cobras did engage the Rolands. I know that's dangerous to do. Rolands fired. I took a hit, but luckily for me, he failed firepower. But then I fired back, knocking out a Roland. And that's everything for American turn 1. Really productive. Going on to Dave's turn 1, West Germans.
Okay.
That was the end of West German turn 2. A lot happened actually. So you sprung your ambush, and then you did all kinds of crazy stuff, Dave. You want to just start from left to right and go over what you did?
We popped our ambush here.
Okay.
We moved up the weasels.
Mm-hmm.
So with these, and I've moved them. I got the shoot and scoot after.
Mm-hmm.
I knocked out 2 of the
VADs.
VADs.
Or the labs. You looked at 2 labs and bailed 1.
Yeah, the weasel bailed that.
Mm-hmm.
I hit, but failed with those guys there.
You did smoke them.
Yeah, the mortars smoked from here to here. We just didn't have enough smoke.
Yeah.
I also took out 2 of the M113s. Infantry's all good. I did my self-spotting in one of the Humvees is bailed, and also one of their
missile launchers
is bailed. Infantry did not shoot. They did not shoot, so all of them are gone to ground. And I guess we go to Americans turn 2.
Yep. All right, guys, we'll be back. I'll do some movement. We'll put some smoke up, and we'll be back. Turn 2. We did a lot. We did a lot of pushing. These guys stayed in place. They helped rearrange the mortars deeper into the formation there. The other 3 fired their dragons, completely missed the LRMs. These guys on the hill, 1 knocked down LRM, the rest fired in the infantry. Infantry's pinned the heckin' back, but still no casualties. Hammerheads, 1 had a shot and knocked out that Leo 1 on the road.
That's right.
Then the Humvees finally got out of the woods, shot the infantry, nothing. Abrams shot the infantry, nothing with this guy. These 2 were able to knock out and bail out a Leo over there. These infantry failed their pin. The rest of these guys kind of moved up. Commander went here. They fired their 50 cals into the front row infantry. Just pinned the crap out of them. Then my VADs went and bailed out 2 of the weasels. Them guys kind of moved up to the edge of the smoke, started shooting. Kind of did nothing.
And the helicopters took out the rolling.
Helicopters, well, the rolling fired, hit both helicopters, and somehow I made both my saves. Like, they both weaved, and then the return tows knocked him out. And then all my artillery re-ranged in, or repeat bombardment.
Oh, that's right, 2 here in the
Yeah,
back.
knocked out one and bailed one. Bailed out a mortar, and then all the infantry are pinned again. All through there. And it was going on to West German turn 2. That smoke over there goes away. And he got some remounts and maybe a leadership. Who knows? We'll be back. Alright, so that was the end of West German or turn 2. He did a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff remounted. Kind of walk us through what ended up happening.
Okay, the Lars fired smoke bombardment here to try to block it off. I'll just go around the horn here. One Milan, there's another Milan here. I killed one M13 and one infantry stand with them.
And then bailed the other one out.
Yeah, I took another Milan towards that way, missed. Infantry fired. We killed two stands of infantry there. Fired here, nothing. Let's see, we fired here. Of course, we killed one M13.
And one guy inside.
Yeah, forgot I could not get inside.
Yeah.
Or remount.
Right.
Over here, I remounted one of my weasels. The other one didn't. Took shots at the Vads.
These Vads, yeah, or the Lavs.
Of course, 6 shots, and I couldn't get a 5, so nothing there. Over here, I did not remount my mortar, but using my Lukes, who didn't move, used him as a spotter. We fired over here. We did bail out one of the tanks.
And then your tow weasels knocked out a hammerhead.
Tows took out one hammerhead, and of course my planes took some heavy AA, and once again, he had 7 hits on each one, and he did need all 7 to take out one of them.
Yeah, because you rolled amazingly saves. You rolled like 3 or 4 saves almost.
But once again, my planes are totally useless for 8 points.
Yeah. It's rough with planes. Everyone knows that watches the channel knows our love-hate relationship with aircraft. So we're going on to American turn 3.
Yep.
I need to really do something drastic because this is you start rolling for reserves.
Correct.
So, all right, we'll be back after American turn 3 and see what happens. Kind of American turn 3. Some stuff didn't get back in. I'm getting close enough now. My artillery does nothing, and also my aircraft are danger close for shooting. So these guys over here, he made his leadership. He didn't bail back in. These guys knocked out the weasels. The RDSs knocked out the last of the Leo 1s. Everyone kind of moved up, fired infantry. Did 1 casualty of infantry, actually 3. Then my Abrams assaulted, crushed 2 bases. The guys fell back. Everyone else kind of moved. They defensive fire, so they couldn't do anything. 113s drove through the smoke to get up on the objective, or up in the area of. And artillery did drop over here that could range in and knocked out. Oh, no, did nothing. So this is on the turn 3 West Germans, and you get to roll from some reserves. We'll be back.
Okay.
So that was the end of West German turn 1. Unfortunately, no reserves came in. You did salve over here. Got the top armor. You did some little bit of moving here. Then what? You pushed all your stuff up here, huh, Dave?
Well, I consolidated 1 infantry platoon by the building. The other one I consolidated over here, and I terrain dashed all these guys just to get them in.
Okay.
At least contest a little bit the objective.
Okay.
And of course, I did not get reserves, and it's looking very bleak.
I still have to get rid of a giant block of this. As you guys can see, that's all covered in bodies, and so is this.
Yeah, but I can't stop the Abrams, though. That's the problem.
Yeah. You're running the same problem I have against almost everything with my infantry. I can't hurt most vehicles in assault, so I have to hopefully break you in assault. Luckily, I think you're better counterattacking than I am. So, all right, we'll be back. We're going on to American turn 4. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely need.
So that was end of American turn 4. So just kind of moved up shot. This infantry assaulted, took the building, pushed them back. Abrams assaulted, crushed like almost 4 bases, and killed the commander with gunfire. But going back and forth, I failed my second assault. Them guys over there fired. I still have stuff within range of the objective, though. Although he has 2 dice for reserves. Everyone else kind of stayed still. These guys did kill the last weasel, and these guys over here knocked out a mortar. Guess the rest of my artillery is on standby for wherever his reinforcements come that I can hopefully bombard the crap out of. Going on to West German turn 4. This is just a game of bad dice rolling. So you roll for reserves. They failed again, which I've been there. You did range in, knock out a VAD.
I just moved back the infantry here, or I pinned both infantries. They did not shoot, so that'd be 6s then.
Yep.
The Lukes came over, attempted to shoot the M113s.
Yep.
Missed.
You did blow up my other hammerhead finally. You blew him up.
I was hoping to knock out the guys and then use the mortars for their machine guns.
Yeah.
Best laid plans are killed by dice.
Yes. And the kind of bad part for your mortars, they just have a machine gun as opposed to a 50 cal.
Yeah.
Like a 50 cal, you at least be able to hurt the vehicles.
Yeah.
I have to try to seal this up. This is like, I have to. The only thing going for me is this group over here is not in foxholes. This group is, though. So, alright, we're going on to American turn 5. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, because I'll get a pity one next turn.
Right. Oh, that was rough, dude. So, end of American turn 5. Long story short, knocked out 2 of the LRMs. Bailed out a mortar. Infantry just shot. It couldn't hurt them because they need 6s. Abrams assaulted. Crushed. 1 guy couldn't make it. 2 did. Crunched 2 bases, and then Dave, you failed your 3-up counterattack. There's 3-up, right, for counterattack? And then, since I was technically on the objective, and I end on the objective, that ends the game. Not getting your reserves is rough, dude. I've been there. It's because you have a crap ton of stuff over there. I don't know. I like your list. I think it's definitely going to, if you're going to pick Defender the entire time, I think it's going to be a good list.
Yeah, counterattacks 4+, and of course I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, you end up rolling a 2 for your counter.
Even on the 3+,
yeah.
That 66% is just too hard to hit.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I was hitting you so hard with artillery, but I didn't do anything with the artillery, honestly. And I had to stop firing it. That's kind of the bad part as the attacker is there comes a point to where my aircraft couldn't shoot, my rockets couldn't shoot, my mortars couldn't shoot, my paladins couldn't shoot, because everything was just there.
But I did knock out finally 1 toe.
Yep, knocked out the toes.
Woohoo, an 8-1.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right, because I think you knocked out 2 units, because I think 113s.
No, you still have the infantry.
113 counts, but I sent it to the rear.
It's transports.
I thought transports count as a unit being destroyed.
I don't think. You have to destroy the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a really good game, Dave. That was not easy by any stretch of the imagination. I'm going to say that right now.
Yeah, terrain always makes a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking, cut off your. I did my spearhead over here to cut you off that way. Mm-hmm. Now, maybe I should have done it over here because there's bigger terrain and this is open terrain.
Yeah.
But I was more like this way to prevent. Maybe I should have done that.
Or if you'd have took that minefield that was, I believe, here and put both here to totally block off my end going that way, then I couldn't have. Which, in a way, actually made a difference because these VADs went up over the hill and were shooting into your Garmy, and then these 113s went clear around and got in the backfield, and they were going to be my next thing to assault with. I was going to bail the guys out and just attack. No, that was a hard match.
But yeah, you got me out of the building here because, of course, I failed the counterattack again.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just
One thing too, people forget with Americans, like our infantry is not good against tanks and assault. We're better against infantry because a lot of our machine guns are firepower 5, which is really good for digging stuff out. So I was able to kill Milan base out of there too with just my regular guys shooting.
But yeah, I'm gonna add Carl Gustav's beef up my infantry.
Yeah, Carl Gustav then because it's what firepower 18,
17.
Yeah, so then you have a chance of hurting the side
from the side.
Yeah, Chalburn armor is just
yeah,
it's gross.
Yeah.
Like there's really no way to deal with tanks unless they're like little tanks. But I mean,
trying to get away from my Martyr 2s because I love that Chauvin armor.
Yeah.
It's great against, I'll say, my son with all his BMPs, or as we say, BIMPs.
Yeah. They're good. The whole little samurai like, yeah. Look at old Uncle Samurai. Yeah, it's goofy because like
fighting NATO.
NATO on NATO is always a weird one because everything's such decent armor. Everything's hit on 4s and 5s. Like it feels like you're playing Flames because of what you need to hit people on.
Yeah. And just trying to make up my list for a tournament here, so I'll repaint stuff and go from there.
I don't know if I would take my list here to that event. I maybe would, or I would maybe drop a platoon of infantry to add in maybe some more M60s or something. But I don't know, this is actually a pretty decent list for just being thrown together. Aircrabbers actually did a lot of work this game, be it killing 1 tank and 2 Rolands.
Yeah, I was hoping the Rolands would do something. They hit, but of course, DJ, we have fun here where 60 cals can shoot down tornadoes.
Yes.
And my 60 cals have shot, warthogs down.
Yeah.
And this time here, I finally had a chance. Over here, I failed. I lost 2.
Yeah.
And I failed ranging in. And then I figured I might as well go for the helicopters there.
And then the VADs just sprayed the sky.
So, we have fun with aircraft.
Yeah. Aircrafts it's a love-hate relationship we have. But all right, guys, if you like what you're doing, like, share, subscribe. It's funny. Some people actually know some of the players that we've featured. If you guys have any critiques or ideas, just throw them in the comments. We're totally cool with that.
Yeah, that's how we learn. I had one friend, Jim, message me privately. I should say me and my son.
Yeah.
About some of the rule things that we were doing wrong and strategy for my son, which is bad. I only beat him once a year. Maybe Jim has helped him to take away that once a year victory.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, just. Don't be afraid. Comment, share, man. We'll definitely respond if we see your stuff.
And I will ask the crowd here, what do you say about, since aircraft don't do a bail, I mean, if you hit and you miss your firepower, should they just, run away? Because there's, no penalty for aircrafts or helicopters.
Yeah, I almost feel if your aircraft makes the aircraft save, it causing it to, juke or weave or dive, maybe a penalty to hit. But then again, how most aircraft with salvo weapons, it takes a crap. It's hard to range in with aircraft, so maybe that would hurt them even more than what it already does. So,
but at least I don't know. I just think it'd be something maybe. But I don't know. What's your thoughts? Put it in the comments because we're looking my tornadoes. I know if I do range in, it's an 8. It's an AT-8, which is fantastic.
You're almost guaranteed shredding vehicles.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's me. I can't roll 4+ range in.
And I'll be honest, since I've been on the receiving end of aircraft or wrecking formations of mine, I'm very sneaky with hiding and having multiple anti-aircraft units now. Mostly since I bought the VADs, the LAVs, I mean. They're so good. They're grossly good. It almost feels like they should be, because you can take them for anything in the Americans. It feels like they should be restricted to Marine only. So if you have formations, it should be all one Army or Marine. Like you should be able to mix them. I feel.
And one reason I put my ambush over here was to try to take out those guys.
You dogged out 2 of them and bailed one.
Yeah,
and then
but unfortunately you got it in and you kept surviving.
Yeah.
Because I was hoping to eliminate them, because I figured there are 9 fronts, 5 sides. They're just going to go.
Yeah.
Take that out. Try to smoke over here and do the other smoke over here. I mean, your smoke worked fine for a little bit. My smoke worked fine.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, with I'll say the reserves, you just came upon me, and the infantry, like you say, I can't do anything against them.
No. And then the other bad part, like if your reserves would have came in, they're scattered.
Yeah.
So there's still a chance to go anywhere. Like here would have been amazing. Here would actually have been good. Over here, not so much.
Yeah.
Which I've been in that end where my reserves come in over here, and I need them over here. And then you're literally driving full speed with your tanks across a field. And you're like, well, I need to shoot with them to put pressure on the opponent. But if I shoot, then I go slower. It's a rough balance, but
we have fun here.
Yeah, it was definitely a really good game. Thanks for playing. Thanks for letting me record.
Yeah,
like I said, if you guys like stuff, like we said, like, share, subscribe, comment. Just go there, definitely comment. But until next time, this is the Guildmaster with Kane.
Wherever Samurai is.
Crisis Protocol. Get out of there. You were definitely looking at Crisis Protocol. That's where that's up there.
No way.
All right, guys. Until next time. Peace.
Peace.